step forwards to my shadow. You are follow in my pattern.
Hello and welcome to the Ladies' Room. I'm your host, Judy McDowell, and today it's my great pleasure to have Sam Pezzullo as my guest. He is a producer, filmmaker, winner of many awards, a Clio, a Webby, a Shorty.
A Shorty. Can't forget the Shorty.
That's the short list. I mean, it's a list of a lot of awards.
Yes.
Your viral videos are amazing, I have
Thank
to
you
say.
so much.
And funny.
Thank you.
And scary.
Checking all the boxes.
So where are you from?
Originally, I am from New Rochelle,
I went
Westchester
to the College
County.
of New Rochelle.
You did?
I did, all girls Catholic school.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dean had a lisp, and her name was Mother Mary Robert OSU. Anyway.
It's a beautiful campus, but I grew up not far from there, and I worked in the city for many years. I went to school in Westchester growing up, and then I went to college in Manhattan at Fordham University, but I always...
Fordham was one of our brother schools for the mixers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's funny though. I mean, now New Rochelle is known because it was originally it was known because it was the home of Rob and Laura Petrie on the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh.
That was the claim to fame for New Rochelle until coronavirus, and then it became the epicenter of the
Petri
outbreak.
dish, yeah.
And it was the weirdest thing at the time because we're just, figuring out what this virus was, and Trump was doing his daily briefings at the time, and it was Wuhan, Milan, New Rochelle, and we were all like, what?
And then they
And the
clamped down
Army
on
Reserves
you.
or the National Guard came in, and at the time I was working at Tribeca Film Festival, commuting to work on the train, and my colleagues knew that I was from New Rochelle, and I became like the
Did
pariah
you have to be
of the office.
tested all the time?
There was no testing at the time. I'm going back to March 20.
March
No, I mean, this
2020.
was
The
2 weeks later,
beginning.
festival was canceled, and we were in quarantine. And I was there for a few months until I actually moved out here.
So what shows did you do in high school?
I didn't do as many in high school. I did a lot in grammar school up until 8th grade, but I did everything from Annie to The Wiz to Damn Yankees, Crazy for You, Pippin. I really did a lot, and I was always the lead, the male lead.
All right, the male
From
lead.
Rooster and Annie to Joe Hardy and Damn Yankees, Scarecrow and The Wiz,
Oh, the Scarecrow was the lead in The Wiz, you think?
Of the male parts.
I guess.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shout at you.
Don't shout at
But
me.
yes, I mean, he definitely had the most lines.
Yeah, he was funny. Who was that actor? It was
Red
old guy.
Skelton.
No,
I actually
somebody
have
like
no
that.
idea.
Somebody like that. What were your? Oh no, I wanted to ask you how you got a camera at such a young age.
Yes. So at some point, I remember sort of I transitioned from being in front of the camera and performing, and I took an interest in writing and filmmaking and directing. I remember in 1996, actually, I saw the movie Scream. And I was 10 years old, and it definitely inspired me to want to make movies. And right around that time, my mom, for her 50th birthday, got a camcorder, a Sony camcorder, which I still have to this day. And I took that, and I started making movies with my friends.
So did you mostly make horror movies?
Yes.
That is so funny. So now you're working on Scream, the musical, the movie.
Yes, which is not quite a horror movie, although it's inspired by my love of Scream. It's actually a dark comedy mockumentary, I would call it. But it's a pure parody and satire, and it's been a lot of fun. It's a very long story behind that one.
Yeah, so that's so interesting. So what are the highlights of your career that kind of like propelled you into doing this project?
Right. Well, I would say earliest ambitions to perform are certainly like my biggest motivation behind this current project, Scream. But after college, I was lucky enough to get a job in the city, and I was working for a Tribeca Film Festival, and I did that for several years. And it really kind of got me involved and embedded in the independent film space, and I met a lot of different producers and filmmakers. And then I was hired by a company called Think Moto in 2012, and they were a very young company. They were just like 6 months um, since inception, and it was just the two co-founders and me. And they brought me on, and I got to be involved in every aspect of that business.
Wow, you learned a lot.
I learned a lot, and I got a lot of experience, and we were a very successful company. Our specialty was creating viral videos to promote movies and brands. So we would work with all the major movie studios and some big consumer brands, and we would create these short form YouTube videos that were designed to spread like wildfire and go viral and generate a lot of publicity and media attention. And we did that very, very successfully for many years.
How do you get a video to go viral?
Well, at the time, the whole landscape of online marketing and YouTube was very different. So at the time, it was not simple, but the videos themselves had to be compelling and captivating and designed to really
Catch the eye.
catch the eye and be engaging and entertaining enough for people to not only watch them repeatedly, but want to share them. So we found success with these hidden camera prank videos, which did really
Prankster,
well,
yeah.
or building these outrageous, one-of-a-kind gadgets that
I saw the
filled
one
some need.
because I looked at your stuff last night, and I saw the one where you had a truck grow these tall legs, and then there's all this traffic, and the truck is just driving over the top of all the cars.
Yeah, that was
Hysterical.
that was the
How do
Hum
you-
Rider. So
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you? Is there
not very
hydraulic?
easily. Yeah. So one of our signatures was that we would create these really, really elaborate, complex inventions or gadgets, and we did not use CGI for anything. We would build these props and these devices in the physical world. So that project took over a year and a half in R&D, and we were working with a fabrication shop in LA that specialized in custom
That looked
vehicles. But it was
incredible.
really,
That
really,
looked hard to do.
it was very hard.
And
And you
the-
should have seen the night before that shoot. It was in the desert in California. The whole car was lopsided. It was not performing the way it was meant to, and we were like biting our nails. Like, are we going to be able to shoot this tomorrow? The client was Verizon. They were coming to the set. It was so
Stressful.
yeah, but
Turned out great.
turned out great, and I learned a lot about how to create content for the internet that's meant to really entertain and engage people. And then that company shut down in 2018.
Well,
And so since then, I've been trying to replicate that business model, but also bridge that work with the work I had done previously for Tribeca, and combine my love of film and storytelling with branded content. And so I started my own production company out here with a friend, and
Made out east.
made out east.
Yeah.
Literally, quite literally, it was made
Yeah.
out east. And
What
the
brought you to
screen.
the Hamptons?
Well, I've been coming out to this area since I was very young.
Okay.
I had relatives that had houses out here.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, in my high school and college days, my friends and I would come and we would get share houses and
Yeah.
do Montauk and East Hampton and party.
Do you like to
like
swim?
rock stars. I love to swim.
I love the ocean.
I have a healthy fear of the ocean.
Well,
But I love
almost
the
drowned
ocean.
once, so yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I mean, I love the salt water and
Oh,
the
I love
feeling of it,
I love
but
riding waves.
I don't like the waves so much
No,
anymore.
I do. I love
Yeah.
diving through them and
Oh no,
riding them.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, my husband and I, our favorite thing was to swim in a hurricane, a pre-hurricane ocean when the waves were really big. That's how I almost drowned because
Yeah, well,
the waves were one
understandably so.
behind
That
the
sounds
other,
like
and
a death
I
wish,
dived.
Judy.
Well, and then it was taking me to the rocks, and I was struggling to get out, and I got out, and I was laying like spread eagle on the sand, and Michael came out and he was like, oh my God, I couldn't get to you, and I'm so glad you're okay. My whole life went before my eyes, and I was like, your whole life went before your eyes. I was going under for the third time. So then I said, oh man, I really wanted to be in the ocean. He said, well, do you want to go in again? So I said, yeah. So we went, he said, well, you have to get out beyond the waves. So we went out to where the surfers were, and we were bouncing around with them. And then I realized my legs were becoming like noodles.
Oh
and
boy.
I said, I have to get out. I couldn't get out.
That's
couldn't-
scary. That's
I
terrifying.
couldn't get out. And again, I was going down for the third time. And all of a sudden, I felt this hand on my back, and he shoved me. And my feet touched the sand, and I was okay. So
The
he
hand of
literally
God.
saved my life. But now I have a healthy fear of the
Yeah.
ocean. If
I did
it's-
the polar bear plunge this year on,
Oh my
on
God.
New Year's Day in East Hampton.
Is it?
It was
Does it
incredible.
feel great? It must feel great.
It was actually a warmer day. It was like 50
Yeah.
degrees that day,
Yeah.
this New Year's, and it felt incredible. I went in and then I came out and then I went back in because I wanted another like rush.
Jolt, yeah. Katharine Hepburn swam every day, all winter, in a river near her house. Right, well,
Really?
it was on her property. Yeah, maybe that's why she was shaking all the time.
Could be. But
What do you love the most about the Hamptons?
oh my gosh, that's a loaded question. But what I love most now, so I've been out here full time for 2 years. I was brought out here really prompted by COVID, when the whole production industry shut down. I was
5,000
working
people
with
moved out here.
Tribeca again, and the festival was canceled, and all the production work I had lined up for that summer of 2020 was wiped out.
Oh,
So I had no job and had no desire to be in Manhattan or stay near Manhattan. So I decided, let me get back into hospitality. And so I applied for a job at several places, including Wolfer Estate,
uh-huh.
and they hired me without having experience
Sue
in.
Calden?
Sue did not hire me,
I
no.
love Sue Calden.
Yes, we didn't work together that much because she did the events and I was in the tasting room. But no, my new business partner and friend, Miles, he's the one who hired me to come work at Wolfer Estate. And not having experience in hospitality in over a decade, they still welcomed me. And I moved out here initially planning to spend just 2 months, just until the fall. And then I thought, okay, I'll go back to New York and life will resume. But that never happened, and I had no desire to go back. I started this new business and met so many great people out here, and I just felt compelled to stay here because what I love most about the Hamptons is that when you're a year-round resident, you really get to feel like a part of the community and take advantage of everything.
Especially Sag Harbor.
Yeah, take advantage of everything this place has to offer, and it's remarkable outside of Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Yeah,
I mean, when there's less
Bay
traffic
Street
and
theater,
yeah,
the new cinema, they did such a great job.
the culinary
replicating
scene,
it.
the art scene, the
Yeah.
music scene, the
Yeah.
natural beauty,
There's something to do every night.
every night, and you
in
have
the summer,
all,
there's 5 things to do every
yes, and you have to juggle. But what I love most is that it has all that sophistication and worldliness of a big city because you're 2 hours from Manhattan and you have the art and the culture here, but yet you have this idyllic, beautiful place where you
So
can go to the beach
pretty.
or go for a run alongside a meadow or go to a horse farm or a vineyard. And I just feel at peace here. And I love most of all that almost every single day I bump into somebody I know, whether
Yeah.
at a coffee shop or on the street. Like that doesn't happen
Yeah.
in New York City, it's just
True.
you feel like it's a small town community with all.
It is a small town
And-
community.
Yes, I'm sure you have some stories to share. I need to get more.
Been out here 50 years, so.
It's incredible. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you've seen it really change and evolve.
Oh, it was all farmland when I
yeah,
came out.
potatoes
Yeah.
and
Potatoes and a few houses,
grapes.
yeah,
Yeah.
and old farmhouses. Yeah, it was,
Now those
but it
old
was great.
farmhouses are.
And the towns were like the minute Labor Day, it was like a curtain came down and it was a ghost town.
Tumbleweed
But we
Tuesday.
loved it then.
Yes.
We loved it.
I still do love it.
The East Hampton, there was not a car on the street. It
Yeah.
was wonderful. Now, traffic everywhere, cars everywhere, people everywhere, since COVID especially.
I know.
So many people moved out and they don't leave. They
Yeah.
loved it here, so they're
It's true.
staying. So what are you up to these days?
So at the moment, I'm juggling a bunch of different things, which I prefer. I like to multitask and I like to be busy every day.
What sign are you?
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, okay, good for business. And
Yes,
you're grounded.
very
That-
grounded.
Wow, that's great.
Yes. What do you know about horoscopes and astrology?
Oh,
Anything?
in the 60s, I made my living doing charts.
You did?
Yeah, astrology and numerology, yeah.
Oh, so
And I sold
what
pot.
else? Oh, of course. Who didn't?
Who didn't?
What else about Capricorns? I love when people give me insight into my sign.
Well, it's an earth sign, so
Mm-hmm.
it's very grounded. It's very good for business. It's very organized. I don't know that much. I don't know any. You're the first Capricorn I'm meeting, actually.
Ever in your life?
Well,
I'm so
no, I'm
sorry to
sure
hear
so.
that. Yeah.
I have a friend that was born on December 31st.
Yep. I'm the
Which is-
28th of December.
I'm the 28th of May. I saw
So
one of
we
your
have the
photos.
same golden year birthday.
Yeah.
You know, when you turn 28 on the 28th, that's supposed to be your golden year.
Oh, huh.
Which photo?
There's a photo with you holding a 28, and
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God, that's a sign.
Mm-hmm.
But so, what month? Just
December.
December. So December's a 3. December's a 3. And then the 28th's a 1, so that's 4. And what year?
86.
In 1986. So that's a 6. So 3, 4, 6. So
8.
you're
Who do we
you're a 4.
appreciate?
You're a 4.
I'm a
And-
4.
Yeah, 4 path of life. So that's really good for building a foundation and building a solid career for yourself, or a home for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yes, to your question, I am doing a lot. So, I have this production company, and we're working on a bunch of branded content projects and things like that that pay the bills. And then we're also taking that money to help finance these original projects of ours. So, Scream the Musical, the movie being one of them. That's my first feature-length film that I'm directing, producing, and starring in. And we raised a lot of money through crowdfunding on a platform called Seed and Spark. So we're knee-deep in filming that, and then we'll have to edit it and submit it to film festivals, including Tribeca and Hamptons, who I'm also consulting for at the moment. I'm working for the Tribeca Film Festival, which is in June, and then I'll start for the Hamptons Film Festival this summer. I'm also working at Tutto Il Giorno 2 nights a week, just hosting,
Busy guy.
because I like to be out, and it's great to work at a place like Tutto. It's a beautiful environment, and basically getting paid to socialize in a sense. It's great.
Yeah.
Come
I
visit.
made a mistake. So 6 and 4 is, so 1 and 3 is 4, and 1986 is 6, and that's a 10. You're a 1 path of life. You're not a 4 path of life. It's a lot less work being a 1.
Okay.
But a 1 is a self-starter. He's the one that just goes and does things. He's the one that people come to for advice. You don't ask other people for advice. They ask you for advice. And you have to be yourself. Always
Yeah.
be yourself. 1 path of life. So I'm still asleep, really.
Well, it's
Adding in my head.
early for you.
It's early for me. I get out of my crypt around this time. So, tell me about Scream the musical, the movie.
Okay, so Scream the Musical, the movie is exactly what the title suggests. It is a meta, blurs the line between what's real and what's fake, breaks the fourth wall, behind the scenes mockumentary that follows me playing a version of myself, a far exaggerated version of myself, and this incredible group of actors that I met at Bay Street Theater in Sag Harbor. We all took an improv class together over the fall. And so when the concept for this project came, they were the first group of people that I connected with, and they are all now involved in the project, and we are all playing ourselves, and it's all improvised. But the premise is that I am a producer who's trying to create a musical version of his favorite movie, Scream, at Bay Street Theater.
That's so funny.
And along the way, I encounter a series of kind of hilarious setbacks and challenges. And there's a documentary camera crew following me along that process. So it's a film about me producing a musical, but also acknowledging the fact that I'm being documented for a film. So it's very, very meta.
It's funny. Your trailer is
sense.
very funny.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you got a good group of people there.
Yeah, it's an incredible group of local actors.
So, what are some fun facts about you?
Oh gosh, well, I always get asked this question, when I'm meeting people for the first time or you're going around and introducing yourself. What's one fun fact? I always say, well, my name is not Samuel, it's just Sam.
Oh, huh.
People don't expect that.
Yeah.
That's one.
Easier for your parents.
Easier for my parents, easier for me. Less characters on my Facebook page, I guess. No, just kidding. Who uses Facebook? What else?
Well, you probably still have a Facebook page.
I do. I
I do,
deactivated
but I
it
don't
for a
go on
while.
it.
I don't either. It's just out of
Yeah.
sight, out of mind. It's
Yeah.
it's a toxic,
It's
dark
yes,
place.
and it's a time suck.
Yes, I prefer Instagram and
Me
YouTube
too.
and
I-
Twitter. And you can
well-
follow me at I am Sam Pez on all of those platforms.
Cool. I have a Twitter, Judy Lynn 1. But I
Judy
haven't been-
Lynn?
Well, my name is Judy. My maiden name is Lynn.
Oh, Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But my last name is hyphenated, Lynn McDowell.
Got it.
So I think I want to go back to Judy Lynn, though it's easier. I don't know.
I like Judy McDowell. It sounds
McDowell.
yes. I'm trying to think of another fun fact about me. By numerology, charts. I'm a 1.
You're a 1.
There you go.
And
You
you're a
just gave me another
Capricorn.
fun fact about
Yeah.
myself. I'm a self-starter.
And let's see,
I'm a
how
pain
old
in
are
the
you
ass.
now?
I'm Judy. That's impolite to ask.
Well, you were born in
No,
1986,
I'm
so I could
35.
figure
I'm 35.
35. So you just went into your middle cycle, which is the 1. No,
Yes, I'm currently having a midlife crisis.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's December
28th.
28th. Yeah, it's a 1. The middle cycle's a 1.
What does that mean?
Well, you're becoming yourself now. You're really coming into your own.
Well, that is absolutely
And-
accurate because I'm
And
getting
it
back into
started
performing.
at the age of 33.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, no, it actually started at 35. And you're 35 now?
Mm-hmm.
It's just starting. You're just going into that middle cycle.
That's really funny because
Yeah.
we released the trailer for this like a week after my 35th birthday,
Yeah.
and this has really
You
propelled
are
me
becoming
into.
yourself right now, and you've got
I am-
until you're 56 to do this. And then,
Oh, that's good to know. So I've got 18. Oh no, 21 years.
Yeah.
21 is like a lucky number. Blackjack.
Yeah, and then the 86, 8 and 6 is 14 is 5. Then you're going to be traveling, and it's
When?
go-
After I'm 56?
yeah, in your 50s, you're going to start traveling a lot. And
Oh, that's
meeting
great.
a lot of
Maybe I'll have a
foreign
residency
people.
in.
Do you speak any foreign languages?
I speak a little bit of Italiano, and I'm in the process because I'm going back to
Learning
Italy this
Spanish?
summer.
Oh,
No, I'm learning Italian,
Okay.
really, to become more fluent.
Yeah,
Do you speak
all
any
those
other
Romance
languages?
languages are similar.
Yes.
French, but
Ah,
rusty
bonjour.
French.
Ah,
Yeah,
Avec
and,
moi.
I can get along in Spanish if I have to, because I lived in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, you did?
So I had to, yeah.
Were you selling pot down there as well?
Oh, that was in my youth. In my 20s, I was married and had a child, and when she was 3, I said to Michael, this will be the last time that we can go away for the whole winter, because once she starts school, we're limited to those school vacations. So we moved to the Dominican Republic right after Christmas and came home the middle of May, and it was great. We had a house right on the ocean, 4
Oh my
bedrooms,
God.
4 bathrooms for $400 a month.
What?
Yeah, right on the beach. But
Can you
there were
imagine
all
what that
these
would
reefs.
cost you in East Hampton?
Oh my God, it'd be like
400,000 a month.
400,000 a month. Yeah,
Holy guacamole.
yeah, it was really great, really great.
Wow. And tell me about the roller rink concept or
Well,
what?
Bay Street Theater was my roller skating rink. It was small. The skating floor was 36 feet, so it was like 3,000 or 4,000 feet, and it had a full bar. It had an organic juice bar. It had a dance floor. It had a spectator area, the balcony, and we had a pro shop. We had a 360-degree mural of skates flying around with rainbow follow the trail, and then it had a vignette of Central Park because that's where we opened Good Skates. But we only opened Good Skates to show the investors that people were skating, because I was trying to build this roller ballroom, this mega rink,
What a
with
great
dancing
concept.
and a room for films and a pinball casino, and all the art was for sale, and seating area that like all Broadway lighting. And so when you were sitting like in green light, it had a little sign about the heart chakra and how concentrate on your heart chakra and the color green, and it's very healthy and blah, blah, blah. And the investors would say, okay, so we give you this $8 million. Nobody skates. Who's going to come opening night? So then I got the idea to do Good Skates in Central Park. And we were skating 700 people every weekend.
Wow.
A lot of movie stars. It was
I
really
bet.
great. Yeah. So what's next for you, and are you excited about summer coming? It's still
No,
kinda winter.
I'm not excited about summer coming.
Oh,
I mean, I'm excited for
because
the
of the
warmer
crowds.
weather. I'm just not excited for that whole
yeah, the
Hampton
crowds.
scene.
The
I
crowds.
much prefer the off season
Yeah,
out here,
me
but I am
too.
excited for the warmer weather. I'm excited. I am taking a trip to Italy, and I do have a lot of
When are you
exciting
going
things.
to Italy?
When I'm going in August, the first.
Okay, got to get this film finished.
Got to get the film finished, which we will. We'll finish the film probably in early July, and then we have ideas for a sequel.
Okay.
So I'm planning to film a portion of that in
Okay.
Italy.
Italy.
Mhm.
Okay.
But then, of course, I have the Tribeca Film Festival in June that I'm looking forward to, and then I'll be working for the Hamptons Film Festival in the fall. What else? What's next? Just really focused on finishing this film and then figuring out how to edit it, because that's going to be a very, very difficult
Yeah.
task.
Yeah. Well, we are out of time.
We are?
We are finished.
No way.
Yeah, it goes very fast. So,
And see, you were so worried that I wasn't going to have enough to talk. She kept emailing me, "Where are your questions? Where are your questions?" And I said, "We
I can
got
talk
this, we got
forever.
this." Yeah.
Oh, you asked me about roller skating. I can talk for days, so I
would love
understand.
I would make time for it.
So anyway, thank you for joining the ladies' room, and thank you for being the guest. I'm so excited about your project.
Thank you for having me.
And remember, people, give yourself lots of room for love, room for fun, room to grow, and room to glow, and come see the movie. Yay!
Thank you.
It's going to be great.
Breathe in. Breathe in. Take. Oh, couldn't stop